Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, 2024 marks the halfway point of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. The SDGs provide the most comprehensive framework to address our most urgent challenges, from eradicating hunger and poverty to accelerating climate action and ensuring quality education. And they have as their docking station Goal 5 on gender equality. The importance of this goal and of women's political participation has never been clearer. Advancing women's participation is critical, not only because women are significantly underrepresented in decision-making, but also because the future of democracy and achievement of peaceful societies depends on it. While there are victories such as the parliaments in Cuba, Mexico, New Zealand, Nicaragua, Rwanda, and the United Arab Emirates, achieving parity and change on a global scale is far too slow. Structural barriers, harmful social norms, and violence continue to undermine women's participation and well-being. Excellencies, this year's an estimated 1.6 billion people will cast their votes in elections, more than half of them women. Yet women's political participation is under threat. Technology-facilitated gender-based violence is deliberately wielded to silence women, discredit them, and push them out of public life. Online threats have become a regular occurrence, and social media accelerates the scope and scale of online abuse. The UN system supports countries in every region to tackle barriers to women's participation, to undertake the needed legal reforms, and address violence against women in politics, including violence that is facilitated by technology. Our common agenda and the Secretary-General's call to action for human rights places women and girls at the center of social, economic, and security policy. Through this call to action, we are spearheading initiatives to help governments repeal outdated discriminatory laws against women and reinvigorate the use of temporary special measures to hasten gender parity. To combat violence against women in politics, the United Nations has supported several countries in passing laws, while some parliaments and political parties have established new codes of conduct with zero tolerance for bullying and harassment. In 2024, the UN system will provide technical assistance to around 20 countries holding elections, supporting national actors to build technical capacity and encourage responsible political behavior. Excellencies, at this moment, member states, civil society, a multitude of stakeholders are gathered at the United Nations headquarters in New York for the Commission on the Status of Women to discuss how to strengthen institutions and financing to eradicate the poverty faced by women and girls. In September, the Secretary-General will convene the Summit of the Future to revitalize multilateralism, strengthen global cooperation in supporting sustainable development, and advance towards a multilateral system better equipped to positively impact the lives of both women and men, girls and boys. Women's equal leadership and participation are vital to create peaceful, resilient communities and societies. When women enter spaces once dominated by men, it changes those spaces, bringing in new perspectives, correcting blind spots, and ultimately improving decision-making. It will take women and men to make this a reality, because anyone who has the privilege to sit at the table has a responsibility to make room for parity. To forge the sustainable future we need, we require the support of leaders such as yourselves. As we approach the 30th anniversary of the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action in 2025, let us reaffirm our commitment and work together to ensure the meaningful and equitable political participation of women and girls, paving the way towards a more inclusive and sustainable world. Thank you.
Dear participants of the Women Political Leaders Summit, you are discussing democracy in 21st century. I believe that 21st century really started this year. With the development of new technological tools, we risk to be in the situation during this very important European elections year, where people will not know what to believe anymore. Picture may not be a real picture, video may not be a real video. Of course, faking audio has been a problem already for several years. Misinformation and disinformation, unfortunately, are clear participants of this year's European elections. There are no really good tools, but I think we must understand that our people will be a little bit confused. New technologies are a fantastic thing, but making sure that people can still talk from heart to heart, from face to face, even if they are somewhere online or in the cloud, is becoming increasingly difficult. How to overcome this? Well, I believe that the only way forward is to honestly discuss how to make sure that content unmarked as true coming from trusted sources. This cannot be done. I am quite sure that in 21st century, building trust and rebuilding trust is the most important thing in politics and in general in leadership. I wish you all the best in your discussions.